Welcome once again to Brushes with Death with Richard Taylor. I am the author of that autobiographical book. I'm sitting here with my god brother, close friend, Arnold Thornton, Akie. He's better known. He's pretty much been a close friend of mine throughout the years. We've been through similar struggles. Our families are still close, and we hold similar ties as far as going back to church and all up through school, sports, and everything. And along with his other two brothers, they were pretty much like my brothers. I never had any brothers, so it was also him and his other two brothers who were pretty much my associates. So I'm just gonna allow him to introduce himself and allow him to give him some input on some of the things that are involved in our community that affect us and some of the similar struggles that he's been through and how he's been able to overcome.
My name is Akie, Arnold Thornton Jr., known as AJ around here. But I want to say I'm proud of my man Rick for his book, the hard work he done put in, you know what I'm saying? I like that, okay? But yeah, we both from the same area, kind of grew up together. But basically, my struggle is just like everybody else's. You know, I grew up around here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really have much. You know, we did what we could. You know, I had good parents, good family. You know, but I got caught up as a young kid. You know, and a whole lot of stuff out there in the streets. You know, long story short, you know, I ran a whole lot of years out here, doing a whole lot of things around this area. But they called me some time in prison. You know what I'm saying? And after I did that, you know, did that time or whatever, I just told myself I wasn't, you know, I didn't want to do that anymore. You know, so you know, I did like everybody else to come out of prison. You know, apply for jobs, put in apps. You know, you can do whatever you can to try to, you know, make ends meet. But they ain't really trying to hear it because of my record. You know, go to different companies. You go, you know, you do an interview. You know, it might go good interview. You know, but you know, folks ain't trying to hear you. But so I took it upon myself. You know, to go make my own job. You know, I do what I can for myself.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Well, it's funny that you said that because we just did a similar interview with Lobo Mauricio. Then we watched that, and he said something similar to that effect. As prison changed you. Now, you know, and going back, you know, so I know you may have not did as long as he did. I think he said he did 14 years. I don't know how.
I did 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. Now, 5-year mindset, that's a very long time. I've been fortunate not to do like no more than a year.
Right.
But that's a long stretch. And what do you think the benefit that you reap from that? Like, do you think that actually was a benefit to you?
Well, I used it kind of like as a footstool. You know, I told myself, you know, of course I didn't want to be in that situation, but I was there for a reason. You know, I came to the conclusion that I was there for a reason. And I said, okay, well, this, you know, I'm gonna come out of this situation and I'm gonna do something positive with it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna sit on my butt and just like come out here and do the same thing over and over and over. No, I wasn't gonna do that. Okay. No, I wasn't gonna do that. But cats will see you out here because of what you used to do. You know, and they look at you now, they thinking, you know, you still on the same thing. You still, you know, your name still ring bells. But at the end of the day, bro, I ain't making no noise. I'm content, you know, with trying to do the right thing. You know.
And you said that that's a very valid point too. As once you've been engrossed or entrenched in a lifestyle for so long,
right?
There comes to be certain tendencies or certain patterns or certain types of people that your ties are closer to.
Right. And
like you said, when you come out, they're expecting you to be that same way.
Right.
And you were able, what you're saying, you were able to stand strong in the face of that temptation.
Right.
Knowing, you know, even though you come out, the odds are going to be stacked against you, but you still have to have that intestinal fortitude as well as not to go back, you know, to prison.
Right.
And so,
I just had to realize, you know, a lot of stuff I used to take for granted, I don't take for granted no more. You know, I'm out here, I gotta stay out here. I got kids out here. You know, that's tempting sometimes because they make it real easy for you to go that way. You know, they got it's right there for you. You know, there's no secret. Everybody knows drugs are infested in this community. Like they're everywhere. So, you know, it's real easy for an individual to jump that way. You know, and get involved in that type of activity. But I told myself that's not what I'm gonna do. There's other opportunities. You know, that you can get out here and make it. That's what I decided to do.
Okay. But it's easy to get tricked, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get tricked at such a young age, just like I made the point in another commentary on Goldsboro, where it was the 5th grade when I saw a classmate in school with crack.
Right.
You know, and he had and by that time, I think you were a little bit older, so you may have been exposed to it, but, that was kind of something that we didn't see because, coming back from our environment,
Right.
we were, pretty much involved in the church.
Right.
So, we weren't too exposed, of course we had family members and we, so we knew, but, at that point, that tender age, that elementary school age when you're being introduced to that, then of course you don't have the adult mindset,
Right.
so you jump right in head first.
Head first, exactly, and that's what that's why a lot of this, that's why a lot of things going on in this community right now are as so because these young dudes don't have any guidance, they don't really have anybody, to talk to them, anybody out there, you know what I'm saying, out there telling these dudes, it's something else you can do besides this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cats, a lot of them dudes that's out there that's hustling or trapping or whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
they really, some of the dudes, they bright individuals. You sit down and you talk to them and you can see they have potential, but without the proper guidance, it's just, the chances are slim for them.
Okay.
Chances are slim for them. We just got to get out there and it take more than just sitting around talking about it.
Okay, definitely. And that's what I guess this is what we're trying to do with this, and along with a whole bunch of other things to bring some things to light. I know this community is hurting. Well, my hometown community is hurting. Actually, my community in Norfolk, Virginia is hurting too, because this is not just a Goldsboro thing. This happens in urban areas across the world, not just the country, the world. And we have to address those societal ills. Now, we're not saying that it's any one group of people, but there are many ills in this society that we have, that goes unaddressed, or that
Right.
people accept, or
Right.
we refuse to say, okay, well, we know that's not right, but we're gonna, we're
Right.
gonna do
Right.
it anyway
Right.
because
Right.
it's, it's the way.
It's the way.
And that's what my aim is to do, and of course bring reputable people, as yourself, and who have overcome those circumstances, and try to bring some input and share some input to the youth. If you could say anything to the youth, what would be your advice to them to deter them, from going that route, or to help them digress from that route?
I don't know, man. I just said if it was for me, I just let a brother know, man, just ain't worth it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be out here. If you got somebody that care about you got anybody you care about, you know what I'm saying? You wanna be here for them. You wanna be out here. And you can't do it behind them bars or in that grave, in that box. You gotta be here. We just gotta support each other, man. It ain't a one-man mission. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing just I can do by myself. We gotta come together as a community, as a people. We gotta push each other and help each other.
And it's funny you said that, because where we're at right now, this is a health fitness place, which is something that he has invested his time and energy in, and actually it does benefit community, good health when you're feeling good.
Right.
Could you explain that?
Right.
That's
one of the reasons why I got into nutrition. Everybody knows nutrition is the next best thing, but as a people and a whole, really, African Americans, we're like last on the list of good nutrition. It's, I think like you recently, the most recent killer is everybody knows heart disease. And that derives from bad nutrition, most of it, and 80% of those cases is they're African Americans. And people sit around and take it kind of lightly, they kind of content with it, but people really need to start doing something about their diet. That's part of being successful. You want to live long, you want to be healthy, you don't want to be here suffering or be here, feeling like you can't be healthy and walk around here on earth. But that's one of the reasons why I got into this, because our people are the main ones that need this. We suffer from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. That's us. It's us.
Okay. We definitely want to keep our, health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health.
Right.
It all coincides.
Exactly.
And when people are hurting physically, when people are hurting mentally, when people are hurting spiritually, when people are hurting financially, then there's going to be chaos. There's going to be, acts of aggression. There's going to be, acts of frustration. and 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be against anyone but themselves because they're the only ones who are around. So we definitely have to, reevaluate some things as a people, and we have to address some things as a whole, as far as the establishment. But I definitely don't want to get too political, turn you guys away, from the book and what we're trying to do. But I definitely thank you guys. I thank you guys for taking the time to take another opportunity to listen and just give us your ear, so we can just give you points of view from people who have, made adverse decisions, but they weren't adverse people. And we have to keep in vain that we're supposed to be a forgiving. We're supposed to be an American country based on Christian principles, which is based on forgiveness. But once a man commits a crime in this country, there's no forgiveness for him. And a quote unquote crime, a quote unquote crime. I have a 13-year probation sentence for having this little bit of substance on me. Something that's was once legal in America. I have 13 years. They can put me in prison for 13 years if I spit on the sidewalk wrong. And I think that's definitely a hypocritical system. When you have much other ills to be worried about, and when those ills are perpetrated. But that's a whole other story. Mr. Thornton, is there anything that you want to tell the audience before we close down?
We're good. Congratulations.
All right. Okay. Certainly appreciate it. And I also got to show love to my man Val. One of my closest homeboys from grade school. He's behind the counter. Everybody know him, you know what I mean? But he just want to play the scene. But I want to just give him some shots out because he's been there for me, in some critical times also. He's always somebody I can depend on, a stand-up guy. There's nothing, nothing anybody can tell me bad about him. I definitely want to appreciate you and all your time and your effort that you took in these few days to help me grow. And I really appreciate it. And I love it. I love you guys out there too for taking the time to take your time and energy to check out the book. If you checked out the website, www.brushthedoor.org, or the Facebook page, or however you get word of it, just continue to support the effort. Once again, it will be available in print November the 21st. Thank you so much. Wrestle with Death, www.org.